Welcome back to another edition of Unpack Reboot with a little bit of a different setting behind me. I'm not in a green screen or anything. Today I want to show you something that just kind of came across by accident recently, and it does have to do with this. This is a Roku TV. It's an Element Roku. I don't know if they even make them anymore. But when I was looking for new remotes, I came across this guy. So any of you out there with Roku devices, which I really enjoy, came across this Roku Voice Remote Pro. This is the second edition. Very cool. So you can see I've got 3 different Roku remotes. That's one thing they have not changed, is the style. Pretty much stayed true over time, over the years. This one is to an old Roku stick. You can see it's got the microphone button. It's got the volume rocker on the side. The usual pre-programmed streaming. Pretty standard. Nothing to it. I have seen remotes and own some that don't have the volume rocker or the talk button on them. So there's that one. This one here, also, pretty similar to that last one. This is the one that actually came with this TV. So it's the Element Roku TV remote. Same thing, volume rocker. This one actually has the mute button on it. And instead of the voice button, which I was kind of surprised it didn't have one. I mean, I thought, it seems pretty standard. If you're going to put it on one, why not put them on all of them? But they did have a sleep button on this one, which is also a weird function not to have on all of them. Outside that, pretty normal. So when I was searching for it, actually kind of started with, when I was searching for it, it was batteries, trying to figure out what to do because my son likes to sleep on his Roku remote and he actually kills the batteries over time. I don't know if he's just pressing channels or what. This one caught my eye because you see down here in this bar, rechargeable battery and backlit. When I pick it up, it's kind of hard to see in the light, but it knows when you pick it up and the buttons light up. Slightly more rounded on top and the bottom. There is a texture difference on the back of the new one. On the Pro, it's a little rougher, more matte finish, where I think every other one I've owned is pretty glossy and very smooth on the bottom. So I actually kind of like it adds just a little bit of grip to it. But you probably notice more buttons on this one. So what makes this one so special? Well, pretty much it has everything you could ask for in a remote. There's a little rocket button right here. Just a picture of a rocket. What that is a programmable, see, YouTube and Peacock. So as soon as I hit that rocket, I can actually program whatever streaming channels I want to that button, just for a total of 2. And then you also have a search button there when the quick launch pops up, and you could search for apps or shows or whatever. So that is very cool because you can see over time, and I've got other remotes around here too. They tend to brand these buttons right here, make deals with those companies. So it's always different. You never know which streaming services you're going to get. Same with this one. I mean, it's got the 4 that they have this time around, but the rocket button makes all the difference because then you can add 2 more. It's got a live guide button, which takes you to Roku TV eventually. So you've got that. One of the cool features too, and well, this came with it, by the way. This is the rechargeable. It's a standard USB to USB-C, which is nice. Just pop it in the bottom, charge it. I don't remember it taking very long at all. But say you lose the remote. Another cool feature of it, you can download the app, find my remote. Pretty cool, huh? So, and it's loud. That's another thing with this one. It's got a little speaker on the back. But that is definitely something you could, if it's under the couch cushion or across the room, you're going to hear it. And then when you find it, just hit a button and it takes it off. So it does work hand in hand with the Roku app. It does have the voice feature, which is nice. Like I said, it's been in some of the other ones where I noticed the other day, if you set up pins on the on some of your apps, you know, to log in instead of password, like if you got kids and have it set to parent mode, you can actually just say the pin in here. Not all the apps seem to work with that for some reason. I'm guessing it must be something you program in there, but when it does work, it's nice. You just say it quietly and hope no one's listening who shouldn't be getting the pin. According to Roku's website here, here's the remote that I went for. The Remote Pro 2nd edition. It was $29.99. Seemed like the best really of all of them, minus the original Voice Remote Pro, which you'd think that would have dropped by now, being last gen one, but hey, maybe they got a lot of inventory. The Roku voice remote, the Roku TV remote, and the player's remote. I don't know what the difference is on these. They're a lot less. My guess is more of just a replacement remote. These two definitely, hands down, have the most features. This is the one that I got. Works with all TV models, all Roku TV models, most players, and audio devices. The rechargeable batteries last longer than last time. The touch activated backlit buttons, hands-free and push-to-talk voice controls, and the remote finder, TV power, mute, volume, the live TV guide, and the quick shortcuts. Yeah, come to think of it, it says stay powered for months. You know, I think I charged it right out of the gate. I've had it for what, like, I don't know, 2 months, close to 2 months maybe. I've not charged it a second time yet. No fumbling in the dark. That is very true. That's not an exaggeration on how bright the lights are on each button. And I'm glad it does do all the buttons. You know, sometimes you have remote, they pick the ones for you that they think you'll use the most, and it's always the ones that's not backlit that you need. This one, they lit up everything, you know, minus the volume rockers. I think you can figure that one out though. And then like they said here, the just the voice kind of acts like a Google or Siri, where you can just talk to it and say, hey, play this for me. The speaker on the lose control function is very loud. You shouldn't have any trouble finding it unless it falls into a metal box and the door slams shut. Very cool overall. What's in the box here? Simple controller, charge cable. It's one of those little teeny tiny ones that I've never understood. Yeah, so very cool. And finally, I feel like the remote that we've all been waiting for. It's taken years, literally years and years, to come up with this, and finally made it rechargeable and everything else you want, your own programmable buttons. Not that I haven't seen that function before. I did have one remote that lets you program some apps you wanted to on it, but it didn't seem like it was a standard thing. I haven't seen it on any of them in quite a while, but I think all of mine are different though anyway, so maybe I just, you know, luck of the draw. There it is, the Roku Voice Remote Pro. I did pay about 30 bucks. Really like it though. Can't recommend it enough. They did not send this to me. I just bought it from the store myself. It's even got the little tag. I don't know why, but I think that's cool. It's just extra branding. They've had that before. Just want to show you guys 2nd generation Roku Voice Remote Pro, and decided to give it a shot, and it just came out recently. But I would definitely recommend it. I would totally unpack it, and thinking about changing the other remotes in my house with that one. Thanks a lot. Please subscribe, check us out, and we'll see you next time.